Yeah, yeah. What they saying? I'm so divine, I'm so divine. Imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental is parasailing maritime. They say I'm destined to read the palm line. Yeah, I'm so divine, I'm so divine. Imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental is parasailing maritime. They say I'm destined to read the palm line. Yeah, I'm so divine.
Welcome to the H.G.R.G podcast, another episode. This one's gonna be special. What's going on, fellas? DT, just Jerry, how you doing?
Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, man. What's good? We got a special guest today, so I gotta ask him.
I know you used to seeing 3 boxes, but now you see 4. Go ahead, just Jerry.
I gotta ask King, you still with us, man? You still
here? Yeah, I'm here.
I like it.
Salute, my guy.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, let's be very clear. King, you will not be taking my spot on this show. All right. No matter how well you do today, just know I'm the face of
HG.R.G. I beg to differ.
We're gonna dead that right now.
I cannot confirm or deny that, King.
I might become new best friend. You never know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying.
I like it.
What's going on, world? It's the one and only Lance, 1/3 of HG.R.G. You ain't got your membership yet? Go get you that. We hold your hand from A to Z. Our team is your team. I'm talking realtors. I'm talking financing. I'm talking property management. I'm talking about walkthroughs for your property, giving you the breakdowns, what the rents look like, how much it's going to cost, fixes, everything. We give you everything. Why don't you have yours? Go check us out right now at HGRG.club and get your membership now.
I like it.
Listen, if you're wondering who King is, King jumped into the mentorship. And my man, I don't want to give too much of the story in the introduction, but I'll tell you right now, it looked like he was going one way, had a conversation with us, kind of went a different way, and now he's where he is now, and we're going to let him get into it. We just want to congratulate him, for getting to this point, taking the leap of faith, joining HG.R.G, and now you're here. You made the podcast.
Hold up, Lance. Before you go there, Jerry, come on, do what you do, pa.
What you mean?
He did already. He already asked.
No. Let me ask him. Jerry, you still with us?
If you say that, then yes, I am, sir. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay, all right.
I asked Mr. King. And Mr.
I know you brought it with me. That it's normally 1 + 3. So I want to ask you: are you still with us?
I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I've been here. I'm not going nowhere.
All right, say less. Say less.
I'm here.
But King, Lance, go ahead, man, to the side. King, we want you to tell your story, man. Tell your story.
Okay. So yeah, King, listen, introduce yourself to the world. Let them know how this came about. Go through your story on where you were headed, and how the transition happened, how the shift happened after you spoke to us, and where you're at now. So we're gonna give you the floor. Once again, this is not set up. We did not send any questions to you. You didn't ask us to ask you any questions. This is straight,
transparency.
TV, transparency. What his story, what's on his mind, and what we had to do with it. Right. So, King, I'm gonna give you the floor now, and of course, we'll chime in from here and there. But go ahead, it's on you, King.
All right. Yeah. So first off, we don't even gotta get into the name, but so yeah, I happen to try to take a leap of faith. I went to a city auction, thinking like, okay, I could walk in here and, got my couple dollars I'm gonna put down and try to get this property. Long story short, got into a bidding war, kind of got bidded out of the price range, but won the bid. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, it's like, okay, well, I got to come up with the difference of the money to make the deal go through all the way. I'm in my mind thinking like, okay, I'm pre-approved at the banks for a home loan. So I'm just going to go to the bank and say, hey, let me get this difference so I can close on this house. Not realizing that it doesn't work that way. Definitely green to the game, like had no knowledge, no learning from anybody else, just YouTube University trying to figure it out on my own. So when I got to that point, it was like, okay, well, now I'm, stuck between a rock and a hard place. I got 7 days to come up with the rest of this money, or I lose out on my initial investment of what I put down to actually win the auction. Just happened to be able to, by the grace of God, link in with DT off of a mutual friend. And he kind of helped me navigate through that situation. Now, I wasn't able to get that house at that time, but I was able to not lose my initial money. So due to that, I said, okay, well, if I already was, technically I'm out of this bread, like this is gone with the wind. Like it could have truly been gone and I had nothing. I said, well, I'm gonna take this opportunity to go ahead and invest in myself. And I joined the mentorship with H.G.R.G.
Can be, when you say you jumped, sorry to cut you up. If you jumped into the mentorship, how long was that? What's the dates like? What's the dates like?
I literally, that was why I stopped and said, because I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, yo, it ain't even been but like 4 months.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page. I don't want to say we're on the same page.
So let's be clear. Let's be clear for the audience. You're saying it's been 4 months total since you've been with us.
Since being with our H.G.R.G, I believe I don't even think it's been for a full 4 months. To be real.
Okay.
But yeah. Once I link with y'all and through mutual, multiple Zooms and figuring it out.
Hey, let's shout out the homie though, Keith. Keith is the one that made this episode.
Yeah, we gotta put Keith on the payroll, bro. He's killing us right now.
No, listen. We're gonna let Keith tell his story, but Keith has been well taken care of. I promise.
Absolutely.
Keith is a believer.
I promise you that.
I call him for some lunch money then. Right?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
So 4 months. Let me ask you another question. Where in your mind, what was the forecast of when you was going to get into a house? Because I remember.
Good question. That's a great. And remember when we asked you that question, we told you when the time comes, we're gonna bring this number back to you.
If you remember,
what did you think it was?
In my mind, I'm like, yeah, it's gonna take another year or so.
Absolutely, yeah. He said a year. I was like, I mean, not. You have everything in place.
So don't let these guys get you off track. That's why I got to take over, right? So you were telling your story here. We now know it was 4 months, right? So you said you're going to invest in yourself. You took the money, H.G.R.G, boom. Go ahead. Pick it up from there.
Yeah. So I invested in myself, and best investment I ever made. The knowledge and information that I've gotten through this program really helped me, navigate and, learn what people I needed to have in order to make the deals go through, learning different aspects of the game. I feel like you guys been a tremendous help to me, at least, making it to this point. Without you guys, I know I wouldn't be here, on my own. Look, I've been YouTube University for years now, trying to figure out how to buy a house. But YouTube University ain't got what H.G.R. got, They couldn't give me.
We paying him too, guys. We paying him too.
Man, this gentleman's down on the payroll. I'm gonna let you know that right now.
Hey, Lance, I'm gonna tell you right now, Lance, you're in trouble.
Yeah, again, you're in trouble again.
That gentleman's down on the payroll.
Best friend, you in trouble, best friend.
Definitely not paying for none of what I'm saying.
That's fact. That's real.
This is all just my opinion of my experience dealing with these gentlemen. It's been nothing but love, nothing but gain. Every time I've called and asked about something, I get more answers to other questions that I thought but never asked. You know what I'm saying? It's like once I ask one question, it seemed like we get the ball rolling and information just started flowing. And very transparent with everything. It's never been like a, game or scheme or any type of thing. I've never had to have that type of feeling dealing with any of you guys in this situation. So definitely a proud moment for me to actually make it to the point. Come a long way. Definitely come a long way in this. And like I said, from the jump, it was like, man, I could have lost everything in that moment. You know what I'm saying? And really probably never look this way again because of the situation that happened. But like I said,
that's the conversation, man. The conversation is if you make the bad move as a green investor, sorry, you tend to turn it off, man. You tend to like, nah, I ain't doing this again.
Yeah.
So you could have done that.
Because if he would have lost his money, it's probably a wrap for him.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not doing that.
I don't know if you remember, King, but that day, when we was outside the house, because you know, there's some more details to it that obviously we're gonna leave out. But that day when we was outside the house and we were talking, and I was like, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, and you were like, oh yeah, okay, all right, cool. And it was like, at the time, you were like, it was a lot to take on, right? And then I was like, nah, it's really gonna be very smooth. Like, there's not a lot. It's gonna be this, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that, right? And then time went by, and it turned into this, and it turned into this, and that, and then eventually, when we handed the funds back, I was like, listen, I appreciate you. Have a good life. You were like, nah,
it's not it.
Nah, hold up. You gave me too much. I'm thinking about giving you. I don't even give that to me. I don't even want
Just
that.
Hold it down.
I don't even want that. Like, I need
Real
that.
talk.
Whatever you was telling me, I need that, and take it all. Like that. And I was like, oh shit. I didn't like. We never had that conversation of, yo, you need to come over here. No, do this, and we never talked like that. We never really had that conversation. You been inquiring like, so what is it that you do? And I'm sure Keith had told you some stuff or whatever, and then I never pushed that on you. Never.
No. I didn't even know what H.G.R.G was at the time, and we had already had 2 conversations. You know what I'm saying? Just building about.
Yeah, that's all that means is Dan is not doing his job. That's all it means. Thank you.
No, he definitely doing his job. But the conversations it wasn't about that yet.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking.
Yeah.
It was really initially it was about we want our people to win.
It's always our people first.
It started that way. It maintained that, and till this day, right now, even though whatever, it's still that way. And look, our people winning.
Yes, sir.
Our people winning. Our people winning.
So my question to you would be, all right, so inform us where you're at. So you get H.G.R.G, best experience you got. Tell us about the journey. Like, what were you doing? How did you acquire property? Did you acquire property? Did you close? I mean, what's it look like? Can you paint the picture for me?
So I closed on my property yesterday.
Ooh.
During the 4-month process.
Look to you, bro.
We don't have the soundboard. We got to clap for real.
We do got the soundboard. We do got the soundboard.
Yeah, I literally started looking at properties. Maybe I had a realtor through you guys in a week or two. If that, I don't even think it took that long to get with a realtor to begin looking at houses. Now, of course, that process took some time of going through, looking at the worst things I ever seen, and things out of my budget, and you know what I'm saying, like going through figuring out what exactly was gonna be in my range to purchase. But it was like once we got to the point where it was like, okay, I want that one, and it was like, all right, the ball's rolling, let's get it going.
I want to talk about the first conversation of the first house.
We're gonna call that the property that didn't.
Yeah, we're gonna call that the property that didn't. Remember that conversation?
That's what I mean.
Your mindset.
That's
remember the mindset you had, and just explain what happened when the first.
So tell us more about that. Absolutely.
Okay. So with the first house, it was a house that's in between my current residence and a family member of mine's residence. So it was like the house that's in the middle. So it's like, okay, well, I'm going to go for this house because then we'll own, all 3. We'll have, the
block.
The block.
We can maneuver with it within all 3 if I buy this one in the middle, basically. So that was my thought process going into it. Like, okay, I'm going to try to buy this house. I'm going to try to make this happen. But I didn't know how to go.
The ins and outs.
Now, what about the second house?
The second house you went to go look for with the barbershop.
With the barbershop.
Right, the barbershop. That's the conversation I want you to get
That's
to.
the one we
Okay,
really
yeah,
want to know.
That's the one I'm trying to move you towards.
Okay. Right. So yeah, I went and looked.
I'm like, why did he talk about this one?
I was gonna
I got
stop,
you. Go ahead.
stop him in the middle, but I was like, nah, let him go ahead.
Right. So after that, in my mind,
That was a pivotal conversation. Go ahead. Sorry.
Right. What I had going on in my life already, I'm like, okay, I want a commercial front property so I could be able to, have my business front and still have some units to do what it do. So I ended up going to look at one that used to be like a barber shop, but it was a complete gut job. I'm talking down to the nails. I can look up and see the attic from the basement almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally nothing done in there. But in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's at a decent price. I can get it and do what I got to do to fix it up. And, I'm coming to y'all like, hey, I think this is the one.
You was locked in, King.
No,
locked in.
King,
I'm gonna let you finish.
How did that go for you? How did that go?
You know what's crazy to us? Because he was locked in, and when he left, he was like, damn.
He was like, we crushed him.
Damn, like, yo, I had my eye on this shit all week.
In that moment. Yeah, definitely.
But we didn't. So, because I don't know any other mentorship, but I know a lot of people just said yes to you. If that's what you want to do, go do it.
Yeah, because we said the A to Z. Once you get to Z, we can get you out of here, right?
Correct.
We did Z for you, so we could have said yes. Your heart was into that.
Yeah.
I mean, like your mindset, you was locked. If any of us said yes,
all it would have took was one of y'all to say yes.
I'm telling you to say yes. Well, Jerry said yes, so I don't know what you guys talking about.
Jerry would have said yes.
I'm going.
Like, no, he'd be like, man, I don't care what y'all talking about.
Jerry go. I'm going with Jerry.
It's a go. Yeah, that's real.
He didn't call Jerry on the side like, you think?
Like, yeah, right, literally.
But let me ask you this, because I want to hear it from you, because obviously we know our intentions and what we heard and what we relayed to you. But I would like to hear from you. When you received that information, how did you receive it? What was the, what was our temperature and what was our direction for you? Was it,
man?
I want to hear that.
When I say it was just straight up game, and it was y'all gave me the A to Z of what it was gonna look like if I went forward with that process. You know what I'm saying? Y'all broke down, and not down to the point of the number, but what steps it would take and how much those steps could possibly cost me even on the low end. You know what I'm saying? And it really made me rethink the numbers of it and say, okay, well, yeah, I'm looking at the price of it. Like, okay, I can make this happen. But when we looked at the total cost of what it would take to actually finish the project, it was like, wait a minute, this ain't even worth it,
Yeah. That's the conversation. We definitely told you what's the real. We didn't give you the fabricated numbers. We didn't say, hey, you go do it. We gave you the real. Like, look, I wouldn't even do it.
Right.
If I was jumping into it, I'm not doing it.
We like, hold on. First property, you want to pay a whole mortgage, and you want to pay some you want to go ahead and start paying construction on top of that.
Auto, do demo, everything.
you trying to do the whole movie with no properties in your pocket. You see what I'm saying? Because you would have bought a property, but it wouldn't have been a working property. You see what I'm saying? Right. So it would have been a working progress, or process. Excuse me. It would
have been this situation I have now, where I just purchased this property on the 20th, and I'm gonna get some money back on the 1st.
Talk to me nice. Or don't talk to me at all.
Who is this guy?
Don't talk to me at all.
I like it.
Who is this guy?
That's the conversation.
Really, though.
That's real.
And when we preach out in the world that what business that you can buy and make money on the 1st, this is a prime example, guys. He's telling you he's jumping in on the 20th, and jumping in and getting on the 1st.
The most important part of that is that you bought right.
Yeah,
you bought right. You bought right, and you invested in yourself. And because you invested in yourself, you bought right. You bought right.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that if you didn't invest in yourself, you couldn't have bought right. But the
Right.
chances were probably a little bit lower. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many things you really don't, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't navigate by just, if you never bumped your head before, you don't understand what it is to bump your head.
Can you imagine? Could you imagine sitting here and the contract goes up to you? Hey, listen. So we didn't realize that, we're going to need $10,000 more. We need $10,000 more to fix it. Can you imagine being stuck?
Yeah.
That you got to pay a mortgage for the property, and now you got to go figure out $10,000 because the number they gave you, right? You thought that you could finagle. Listen, I could take this, I could do this, I could move this around, I could borrow from this, right? I can figure this out. But then they hit you with additional costs, right? Because the number is never what the number is.
They never.
It's never what the number is, right? So what happens? You don't have that buffer, right? So now you sitting here handcuffed with a mortgage. And you're like, I don't know when I'm gonna get this right. I don't know when I'm gonna get it right.
And that becomes the 4 months. That becomes 2 years. I'm trying to struggle. I'm trying to make it for 2 years, and now you can't make it. You're making no money on it, and then now you're like, I don't even want to do this no more.
I'm just gonna sell this.
Yeah, I don't want to do this no more. And you're taking pennies. Correct. You're taking pennies now.
Yeah, you're taking a loss for that because you probably put money into it. You probably not enough where you're gonna recoup that in the sale. You see what I'm saying? So it could be a tough situation.
I got 2 questions. One, I want to kind of change the trajectory of the conversation a little bit, if you don't mind. But one thing
of course you do, TT. Yeah.
One thing I want to say is that I noticed because H.G.R.G pulled up to closing yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And we did our little delivery, our salute service to you, and congratulations and all that good stuff. But I noticed that you had your family with you.
Definitely.
How much does that mean?
I want to speak about this.
Man, listen, having my daughter by my side while I'm doing all that paperwork.
I could tell, man. I could tell when I saw you and I saw her. I said, but I want you to talk about that because I would love to hear what that meant to you.
Yeah, that meant everything for me. I'll put it this way: I'm one of the first in my family to really purchase property. I don't come from lineage of people that even know what wealth is. You know what I'm saying? Even understand financials in a sense. So for me to have that moment, I have my baby girl by my side to see what I was doing, and her asking questions, and I'm able to tell her, "Daddy's buying a property right now, baby."
Wow.
We're gaining some financial wealth behind us right now. That meant so much for me.
And she's a baby. She's a baby.
No, 7. She's 7 years old.
That's fire, bro. Salute.
Yeah,
that's all it starts
that
with.
Property will one day be hers.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah. That's fire. I could tell that's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire.
So go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's starting with you. You said, right?
Yes, definitely.
And your second question,
it doesn't stop now, bro. It doesn't stop now. You gotta put your big boy hat on now.
Soapbox right now.
Yeah,
it's not a soapbox. It's the
You
truth.
get on a soapbox
Because the conversation is
not you. 1, not 2. Okay, LeBron, relax.
First of all, I'm MJ, so
whoa,
wow. You still don't know about real estate? You don't know whether to jump in. You don't know if you ain't got the right mindset. You don't know if it's the right time. H.G.R.G got you. We just dropped the ebook. Go check it out. It's in the description below.
Nah, but to be honest, it starts now, but it takes a lot to keep going. And your conversation is for you starting the trend, and don't end it with you. Don't end it with you, bro. Keep pushing.
Keep going, man. We focus on this one, and you focus on number 2.
And we here for it. We here for every single one of them. Yeah. If you got questions, you know what type of time we on.
Yeah, no, I thought that was amazing to see, you and your family there. And I could tell just in that moment when I walked in and it was like, y'all was locked in on the contracts. And it was like, I could just tell. I felt the vibe. Like I said, I breezed in and breezed out. I played my role because I felt the room and I sat downstairs. I tried to wait patiently, but I had to run because I had to pick up my kids or whatever. But that's why I want to ask that question because I know, I know what that means to us. I know what that means. I remember the first time my kids went to show and tell, and I told the story in the podcast before, but it means the world. But my second question was, have you ever invested in yourself prior to H.G.R.G? As far as like some type of mentorship, some type of anything?
Yes.
How was that experience?
Countless dollars on mentorships that I thought were mentorships that wasn't mentorships. That was just people just doing what they do to run up a bag off you and give you a piece of paper or something they wrote in 2007 and say, this is the information of how you're going to get a house in today's day. So I've been through the ringer of trying different avenues to see how I can get to this point that I'm at right now. Like I said, even, you know, when I was losing dollars by paying for mentorships that wasn't going through, it made me say, okay, well, I'm gonna just lock on YouTube and University. I'll figure this out myself. You know what I'm saying? And I went a year strong on just, I'm gonna figure this out. And that's after the losses. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was a skeptical, like, but one of the biggest things for me was, you know, you were somebody that was in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Instead of a bunch of these other mentorships that I tried to go for was somebody in West Boo Hell that I don't know from a can of paint. Not saying I know you from a can of paint, but you know, I can't physically touch this person. You know what I'm saying?
And they're probably less accessible, right? Because I'm not there, just Jerry's not there, but we're very accessible to the point where we have you on the podcast now. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's not a lot of people that are so accessible where, like you said, because there's three of us. I'm talking to everybody out paying attention as watching this. There's three of us. So when a mentee has a conversation with us, it's overkill with knowledge because there's three of us giving our point of views. You know, DT says something, and Jerry's like piggybacking something, but yeah, that's perfect. And then X, Y, and Z happens, and then I'm solidifying everything, going, yeah, absolutely, that's going to happen. And next time so there's so much information being had, right? Like you said, King would say, listen, I'm talking to you guys, and I'd ask one question, and you guys are answering 20 questions that were in my head already, you know, and I never had to ask them because those type of conversations go. And we always say we got to do better because we end up being on the phone for, you know, or the Zoom for an hour and a half, 2 hours, because we're in such a rush to give all this information.
We overshare.
It comes from here.
Yeah, we overshare easily.
And
you know,
one thing I will say is it's always been all three of y'all. It's never really been a time where I have said, okay, hey, I need to chop it up, and it's like, oh well, we busy, just holla at DT, or you know, hey, just holla at Jerry, or you know what I'm saying. Every time it's all three of y'all. It's a collab.
Yeah,
I would call y'all the 85 South Soul of real estate. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
Hey,
like
I'm just saying, I'm the funniest one. I'm just like, you know, whoever it is, I'm the funniest. I think I'm DC.
He said it first. He said it first.
Well, why would you say that?
I'm just saying that if you know anything about the 85 South Show, the way they piggyback off each other to make the show, to make their comedy show go.
Who's DC Young Fly? That's what I want to know. Who's the DC Young Fly this collab?
Man, it might just have to be. I'm gonna leave that up to y'all.
And that's dope, right? So, you know, now you have somebody that got you out of a situation. Didn't know he was H.G.R.G because he wasn't doing his job, right?
Right.
And then
that's a fact. That's
you know, and
you should say that again, bro. You should say that again.
Well, we know he wasn't doing his job.
Best friend.
So he wasn't doing his job, and then all of a sudden you're introduced to H.G.R.G. and it's like, oh, it's 3 times or 3x, you know, what you thought you had. Now you're on Zoom with 3 people giving you a whole bunch of information. Right,
I'm around. My phone was about to die. I had to find the charger.
And there's no big deal. Absolutely, it's fine. So you're around 3 times the amount of information that you thought you were going to get.
Definitely.
Right. So that now you came on, and you know you're here now. But once again, we talked about 2 properties. One that you wanted to buy in between family members, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the second one was the barbershop, the commercial front, right? Where did you land, and how did you land where you're at now?
So I ended up with two bedroom double. Basically, it's a double where both units have 2 bedrooms, 2-car garage, Over
Right. So
10,000.
you're in a multifamily.
Multifamily. Yep. With a tenant on one side and the other side was clear and open. That's pretty much
okay. So you got a multifamily,
Chilling.
two bedrooms on each side,
Yep.
one bath, right? Is it side by side?
No, up and down.
Up and down. So it's an up and down. You have a garage, right?
Yep.
And my man went from a 2-car garage.
That's correct.
Oh,
That means double the fee.
Excuse
Yeah,
me, King, for getting it wrong.
Got
This gentleman correct me right away. My apologies. This is my show. God damn it! All right, so he got He got the 2-car garage. He's got one tenant on the bottom, one on top, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. Do you feel like what brought you to this property, and do you feel like it was the right buy for you over all the other ones you were looking at?
And also add in this question: why didn't you buy? Why wasn't your vision a single family?
Well, for me, it never was a single because I always knew I wanted to have multiple units if I was going to go into this. I always felt like I can get a better deal if I got more units. So I originally looked at a quad. I ain't even talk about that. That was one of the first things I looked at was quad, but it was so ran down, and then it was going to cost way too much to try to get it. I landed on this property because doing some research, it was in a good zip code, good neighborhood.
What type of neighborhood was it in? If you were doing either the numbers or alphabet system, what would you rank it?
If I was saying 1 through 5, it's
1
like
through 10. We do a 1 through 10 scale, so give me that.
1 through 10. If I was doing 1 through 10, I'd say it's like a 7, 8 area. Like,
what are we talking about?
Real, laid back area, not no chaos or none of that. So that's what kind of led me to it. And then it was like, once I seen the property, I kind of just got a good feeling about it. And that feeling kind of stayed with me throughout the process to let me know, like, okay, this is the one, because it was times that I was like, okay, I started looking at other things. I had already had, conversations with the owner and all of that, and was having my realtor talk with their realtor, whatever. But I still was looking at other properties, like, okay, maybe I need to still see what's up. But everything kept drawing me right back to this property. So it made me really feel, strongly like this is the one for me.
Okay.
Nice. With your I want to kind of put a couple things together and try to come to full steam ahead. Once you found the property, right? Were you like, I know the number, I'm going to offer this and that's that? Or did you have to have like an understanding on how to make the offer? That's part one of the question, right? And then once you understood how to make that offer, right? Did hindsight being 2020, did that pan out for you best? Or was it like a mistake? Or could you have done something different?
So to answer the first part, wait. You said the first part was how much? You said
no. Was it straightforward, or did you have to navigate and learn how to offer? Adjust.
I had to figure out how to make an offer because in my mind, I was ready to lowball to do it off the rip. I'm just being like
full transparency.
I want $5. I'm gonna give you one.
and let me go back a little bit because if I remember correctly, the bid that you were willing to give was not just lowballing because you wanted to lowball. It was because you wanted to lowball because that's where you thought you can afford.
Right. So I'm looking at my money saying, okay, well, closing costs and down payment and all of this. I'm like, well, if I could get them at this number, then it'll work for me. So that's what my mind was. Okay, lowball the offer so that it works in my favor. And through talking with you guys, I realized like, okay, it's other ways to navigate around that to make the numbers make sense.
Huge.
And where we got to was we really was able to make all the numbers make perfect sense to make the deal right for everybody. You know, for all.
Yeah. The point is that in that part is that the reason why I said that is because initially you probably didn't think you can afford that because on paper, based off of the it didn't look like that. But literally, word semantics makes that very affordable to you.
Really, and that's literally all it was different word semantics. Different.
That's huge.
Change the letter from the beginning and put it at the end, and then
huge.
It makes sense now.
Not your income, not your income, not your bank account. You don't got to change none of that. It's just words.
Yep.
Yeah. And full transparency, based on the numbers, I may see all of my initial money back after the first year.
I'm gonna hang up now, y'all.
Yeah. Hey man,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
we did.
I didn't know that.
Yes, we did.
I didn't know he was gonna get everything back the first year. I didn't know
if
everything falls in line.
It may take 18 months, but who cares, right? Like,
it's only money. I love it.
It's only money.
I love it.
Money.
I love it.
Damn.
It really made me open my eyes to understand, like, okay, yeah, I gotta drop this bag, but that bag come right back with some patience.
Yeah,
you know.
That's why I keep telling you people. That's why I keep telling you people. When I mean you people, I mean you people. You know what I'm saying? I keep telling you people.
I want to kind of sort of.
What do you mean, you people?
Got him.
You people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that the money's gonna come back. You were just storing this money. Instead of you putting it in a bank account, you're just putting it in the real estate account. That's it.
Yeah.
You're just putting it there, and it's going to give you more of a return than if you put all that money in a savings account.
He put a down payment on this property. This property has escrow as hit of the down payment. That's what it is. You just put it into their account. That's what you're doing. That's and then he just said, beyond that, I'm gonna get my initial down payment in 18 months.
And let's
tell me
clear.
where is that at, bro?
Yeah, but let's be clear. We haven't said one number yet. Nope. We haven't said one number yet. The numbers are not really important because
they're not important.
That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. And I'm thankful to King for not even, because it's his deal. He can say whatever he wants. You can say all the numbers if you want, but you've never said a number yet. Nor will we, because it's not important, because
it really isn't.
Everyone is that close to doing the same thing. The numbers don't matter. What matters is you and your situation. And you could be there right now. You could be 4 months away, 3 months away.
I'm telling you.
You could think you're a lifetime away, but you could be a month away, 2-3 months away. It's just a matter of how fast can you find the right property away. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to chime in real quick. It's becoming like a reoccurring theme here, where people keep thinking it's so far away, the people we talk to. Like, people think we've heard numbers, a year and a half, 2 years,
That was
definitely. We had somebody that
I'm not ready yet.
30 days.
I'm not ready yet.
Hey, I'm not ready yet. I mean, we've heard, and then before you know, they turn around and they're like, I don't know. There was one person like, I would love to get out before my lease is up, but I know that can't happen. But maybe I can move back in with my mom and nope, we're gonna skip all that.
Right.
When your lease is up, we got you. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. So the reality is that, I think it's a hurdle in your mind that you feel like you're so far away that you won't even attempt because you're like, I'm not there yet. So I don't need to move forward with mentorship, and that's just not the case. And King, you're a living testament to that, where it's just not the case. You thought a year, and here we are 4 months, and you moving. You're already ready to go.
I feel like your story is powerful. I feel like we told you in the beginning when we first got with you. I feel like your story is super powerful. I feel like it's relatable to a lot of people. Not necessarily specifically the details. It won't be the same way, but it's gonna be some people that resonate with you for some reason. Because that's the energy I feel. We feel from you. We said that in the beginning, and I knew when you closed, it was super important for us to tell you that again, to remind you that that's how we felt in the beginning. So keep pushing. It was a testament to see you and your family at the closing table. Like for all of our students and mentees that go through it, we salute you all. this is why we do it, for this moment right here. You know, to see
For
you
sure.
guys closing your property, the faces you guys have, the surprise, the shy awkwardness of, wow, now I'm a property owner, now I'm a business owner. You know what I'm saying? Where do I go from here? You know, I did it. I jumped out the window and I did it for me and mine. You know what I'm saying? And salute to you and yours. And I promise you, it's not. I know you know it's not your last. It's your first of many. So we salute you. I'm sure we guys, you know, if you guys got like follow-up questions or wrap-up questions, and also,
yeah, I want to ask. I want to ask.
You know, leave with your final thoughts or whatever.
Yeah,
else
I'm going to introduce him to his final
Okay.
thoughts. Don't worry, I got you, King. But go ahead, just Jerry.
I want to ask. What is your mindset on the? I know you just got this first one. Believe me, I understand. So
Jerry wants you to have 25 properties tomorrow.
Jerry,
Jerry, but that's what
Jerry
type of
don't
time
need
I'm
this
on.
angle
You know what type of time I'm asking.
If you come down, this is Jerry Alley, bro. Don't
Right.
come down this alley because
we
you
should
know
call
this
this
question's
segment
coming.
Jerry Alley.
I don't understand
really
what
should,
you
though.
guys bugging. Can I finish?
No.
Go ahead.
Where do you see yourself getting another property? The forecast, because I want to know. I want to see this coming
For me, it's with next year.
That's what I want to know.
Me,
I want to see. I want to see it. I want to see it. And we're gonna hold this. You know, I'm gonna ask some questions. You're gonna get some follow up emails. Where we at, King? Where we at?
Back.
Yeah.
Because I like to see the push. Because the push is not gonna stop. You're not gonna be wealthy with one
At all.
Right.
And the goal is that 25.
Wow.
So he's in Jerry's lane. All right, that's what I like to see.
That's what I'm saying. Jerry, we know you about to get on your soap, but how many? You know what I'm saying? I need you to keep going.
Asking a question.
We doing it. Do it for
Just
your
asking
kids,
a
baby.
question.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we know where you're going already.
That's
Jerry on it. Jerry,
God.
just one. I mean, like Jerry's like, yeah, one is great. One is great. Tell me when the next one is.
I'm always
know the
gonna
next
push
one.
it.
You know why? Because we always say
Push
we always say real estate properties are like tattoos. When you get your, it's like it's you know it's like super addicting. You know what I'm saying? That high, that rush, it's real though. But you don't never experience until you go through it. People say it and it sounds cool, it's cliche. But once
watch when both of them are paying you.
When you at the closing table and you sign up, go ahead, King.
It's crazy you make that theory because every tattoo you get, it's the pain sensation that you have to go through that makes you go back really because you're going back to feel that pain again.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Real estate, and that's basically real estate. You're gonna feel some pain when you go through this, but once you get to see the finishing product, it's like, yeah, that's nice. I like that.
That's
like
me
that.
right there.
That's dope.
That's another quotable.
That's dope.
You got a lot of them here. You got a lot of them here.
So King, I mean, listen, this only works because you come on here and you're transparent. You let everybody know that, listen, I almost got into a bad deal. You know, thank God that you gave us the call and the opportunity and you listen, right? So it's things like that educate other people and give people the opportunity to understand that, you know, a mentorship may mean a lot to them. See what I'm saying? So they don't get caught in a situation where it's a bad buy and then they're stuck. And, you know, just real estate is not a good thing for them. So we always appreciate the transparency of giving both sides, right? Now, let me ask you this. There's a lot of people on the fence about mentorships. There's a lot of people that may have done mentorships and, you know, we went nowhere with it. The same thing with you, right? You have a lot of people that see a bunch of people online selling the dream.
Mm-hmm.
To those people, you would say what when it comes to H.G.R.G and your experience here? What would you say to those people?
And I'm not being paid for this at all. I got to put that out there. But what I would say is, y'all could have charged me 10 times the amount, and I still would have felt like I got my money's worth. And that's honest from me. Like the game you guys are giving for the price point that y'all charging, like it's a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? Like it's truly a no-brainer.
So what you're saying, up
it?
Yeah. Got it. We got it. I'm just joking.
It's my 10% discount good. Grandfather in, right? Grandfather in.
You win.
You know, King, and I want to stick on this for a second because I think it's important. I know we joke around a lot and stuff like that, but I think it's important. You have people that are on the fence about this. We have phone calls all the time. Listen, we have consultations all the time where a lot of people don't come back. A lot of people join, and a lot of people don't. Right, for whatever that reason may be, but we're straight shooters through and through. So, to the people that are on the fence, what advice would you give them as well? Especially when it comes to H.G.R.G, of course.
I always tell anybody, do your due diligence, read up all you can, gain the knowledge that you can try to gain for yourself. So that when you have these conversations and you hear certain things, they will resonate with you. Like, okay, I remember hearing about it. Okay, these dudes got to know what they're talking about because they're talking about things that I've read up on or heard about. And I was part of my process. Like I said, I was on YouTube for a year. So I was jotting down. I'm hearing all these different, terms of housing and everything, but not having a full understanding. And it was like getting with you guys broke down those words so that I truly understood what I was, what I was trying to understand. Instead of just me saying, oh yeah, I know about escrow and estoppel agreements and what I'm saying? But it's like, okay, do you really know what that means? And I think that's a big part of having a mentorship period, but having the right mentorship is having someone that can break down what different things mean and what different situations can lead to help navigate through this, because it is a journey and it is a process. It wasn't like I said I'm gonna buy a house today and I closed on it tomorrow,
right.
But it didn't take forever.
Yeah. And we don't do this often, but we're gonna ask you this, right? Because I feel like it just fits, right? So the grandstand on this, and Lance, we close it all up after that because we typically go out with like final thoughts and whatever.
For sure.
H.G.R.G doesn't walk you to the finish line and be like, all right, have a nice life. H.G.R.G doesn't say, hey, this much. We're just gonna critique what you know and let you figure it out. We've established that already. So to grandstand, what I would say is that, another successful mentee, salute to you and your family for what y'all have done.
Definitely appreciate it.
Like, we're super happy. This is, like I said, why we do this. But for the investments that you've made with yourself with the previous ones, right? Not what would you say for H.G.R.G? What would you say against whatever you've done before that they should look out for? Does that make sense?
Yeah, so for me, it's like, how can I say it? But it's like kind of like believe none of what you see and all of what you hear. You know what I'm saying? Because the facade that people could put on nowadays, it can truly make you think that they're that guy, and they can put you in that position, like I was saying, you could say these words of different things that got to do with real estate, but if you don't truly know what it is, then, you're at a loss. And if you're trying to follow somebody that they can say these words to you, but they don't know how to break it down like you're a third grader so that you truly understand it, then it becomes, kind of asinine that you're wasting your time and energy on a person and your money on a person that truly can't teach you. So I would say always, like I say, and I know that sounds kind of cliche to say, okay, believe everything you hear, because you don't want to truly believe everything you hear, but believe what you hear that's true, that that you can feel as truth. And don't believe what you see, because a lot of the fake facade is what's getting people out here.
Man, my man flipped it. I'm like, you said that wrong.
Yeah,
but he said it right though.
And that's
believe none of what you see.
Social media based, like the shiny
social media, that glitz and glamour that you see.
Yeah,
as a fact, I'm like, I want to correct him. I'm like, let me let him cook. I don't want to interrupt. But then I understood what you said. So that's the truth. We talk about it all the time, man. If we pull up in Maybachs, what I'm saying, and it's just, then people will listen a lot more. But because we don't give that side and we don't show that side.
Yeah, but if we just showed our real
houses and
Yeah, if we showed our real life, like on social media, just like I can't lie, my real life is amazing. If I show my real
we
life,
could fake it. And
you
really,
showed your real life, Lance. If Jerry, you showed your real life, it would be that. It would be the shiny syndrome out there. We would be because out here where I'm at, I look, it looks good. Kink in the test. It ain't. I don't. It's real. But that. It's not about who. It's not about that.
But we could really put spice on it though, and start renting Rolls Royces and stuff.
Yeah, it's about this, bro. This is what it's really about.
This is what it's out. This is for our culture. He's sitting at the table right now.
Yeah,
and that's one thing I never got from y'all was any of the flash, any of the game and get.
You ain't never getting it.
A1. It's all been information, jewels dropping, like one back to back. It's like, how can I say it? It's like the Russian high that you get from being able to give somebody information. I see that, like, more than my eyes lighting up from hearing it, I see you guys' eyes light up from being able to push this out. Like, now you talking about this? Oh, no, yo, let me put you onto this. Like, this how it really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the biggest part of things. Is like a lot of time people think
I believe that shit, bro.
That's dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm gonna be super transparent with what I'm about to say right now. I'll be texting the chat and be like, yo, we cannot have 2.5 hour conversations no more, fellas. I'll be telling my guys, we can't do this. We take, we talk to 3 people, that's 6-7 hours.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, guys,
we continue to have that conversation.
It's every day.
We give out free. We give you so much information that when you get off the phone, you're like,
it's our passion, though.
Damn,
it's our passion. We don't know how to suppress our passion.
Yeah, that's the problem. We can't. I don't want to,
and I don't want to learn how to do that.
I don't want to, but Lance is gonna make us learn.
I'm gonna make us do it. We gonna have to figure that. We do it we go on live. We have 2 hours, 2.5. I'm like.
I say it all the time.
It's 1 in the morning.
If I didn't need money to live, I would do this for free. I'm literally passionate about that. I mean that.
I believe that.
I tell you this, man. The whole family assets that you had at the man, that shit hit home for me. I like that.
It hit home for me yesterday when I saw it. I said,
I like that energy. I don't care what these guys say. Jerry Lane shit. I like the energy, B. I like the energy. That's what we do it for.
That's what it's all about.
Man. Yeah, King, we appreciate you.
Home, Lance.
We appreciate you coming on, man. We appreciate you being transparent, like I said before.
Final word, I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. And to those that are still on the fence, get the mentorship. You won't be disappointed. Like, they go above and beyond with everything. Just I appreciate y'all, man. This is a blessing to me.
We appreciate you, man.
Big step in the right direction for me in my life. And it wouldn't have happened without you guys.
Appreciate
that, King.
Take us home, man.
Appreciate that. Once again, guys, check us out on all social media platforms. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys check out the ebook. Check us out. Follow us on IG.
Push the notification button. Push the notification button.
Share this. Spread the word, guys. We're here. It
don't cost you nothing to push the notification button.
We bring in people, that are mentees on here. We bring in people that help you with life insurance. We doing everything. We giving you all aspects, all angles, man. So, really, really come mess with us because we mess with you. This is what we do. Like I said, it's a passion for us. So, King, appreciate you. Just Jerry, DT. You guys will see you on the next one. Appreciate it.
Salute.
Appreciate you.
What they saying? I'm so divine, imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental is parasailing maritime. They say I'm destined to read the palm line. Yeah, I'm so divine, Imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental is paraselling maritime. They say I'm destined to be the bottom line. Yeah, I'm so divine.